My name is Jumoke Odetola, aka Binta Ofege. I am an actress, a model, and a scriptwriter. I'm the last child of my family. I was born and bred here in Lagos. I went to Nursery Primary School and I proceeded to Abeokuta Grammar School before going to Ajayi Crowther University, where I studied Information and Communication Technology with Computer Science. How and when the journey into Nollywood began. My story. It's an interesting story, a long story, but I'll try as much as possible to make it as short as possible. Well, I would say the journey began in my father's house, my father's living room, or should I say it started from here, my house. Yeah, it was a passion. It started as a passion. I could remember as a kid back then, I used to watch the movies, and then there was something like passion that kept on burning in me. I just started developing interest in it, but it was not something I could tell anybody. It was not something I could discuss with anybody because of the kind of family where I came from, especially because of my dad. I was my dad's little girl. We were so close, and I knew then that anything that has to do with the entertainment industry is a no-no for him, or should I say was a no-no for him. So I couldn't summon up the courage to talk to him about it. I couldn't talk to anybody in my house about it. It was just an interest I had, and I felt at that point that it was an interest that would die a natural death. But then something that just kept me going was after watching movies, most times I would tell myself that, oh, I used to be the director of myself. Then I would tell myself then that, oh, I could do as much as this person, or at times I could say, I could do more than this person. And then I got a small camera for myself, which I placed at a strategic location in my room then. So I would stand before my mirror, act to myself, and then play back the camera, watch it, and most times I'll tell myself, no, you didn't do well here. So I would have a retake. So it was something that started like that. Until one fateful day when I was caught on camera by my sister. I was on that particular day, I think I just finished watching one of Omotola Jalade's movie. It was an interesting one, and then I just told myself that I asked myself if I could do as much as she did then. So I stood before my camera as usual, and then I was acting to myself. I was so engrossed, I was so lost in that world, and I didn't even know that I forgot to lock up my room, and my sister was standing right behind me. So I was jolted back to life when I just heard her clapping, clap, clap, clap. And then she wanted to scream out. I had to kneel down and say, my sister, please. So I could remember my exact word. So I had to beg her not to raise an alarm about that, because it was not something I wanted my dad especially to know about. But then she was too happy about it, and she couldn't just keep it to herself. She told my other sisters. Need I say that my family is filled with girls. I have 5 lovely sisters, and I am the last child of the family. So they encouraged me then. They told me that, see, you could do this. I'm sure they said it then that they were sure why our dad was being skeptical about it, was why he was scared of any of us taking up that profession, was because he was thinking that if one of us should, others might just follow suit. But being the last child of the family, I could be excused. So that was how the sweet journey started. I would say the government has a major role to play in this. There should be laws, there should be rules, there should be enactments, and because the industry is not so structured, we do not have one voice we do not have a general body, you find out that there is a kind of segregation. If we have one voice, we would be able to see things the same way, because different association is causing a kind of segregation, because in this association you find out that they have a body, they have rules and regulations guiding them. You go to another association, you find out that the rules and laws are different. So this is not creating uniformity. So I think we need one voice, we need an umbrella, we need us all to be under one umbrella so that we can be properly guided, so that when we want to go out for something or when we want to stand for something, there can be uniformity. I think that is very important. I think I would also say it's my ability to learn and to listen to constructive criticism. I don't see criticism as hate. Yeah, when people say some things that could be harsh, I let it sink in. When I'm alone, I ponder on it. I think I think about it, that okay, this thing this person has said, what really is this person trying to, what message is this person trying to pass across? Then I open my mind, I open up my mind, not to see that thing as hate, but to see ways in which I can improve on myself. So I think that has also helped me a lot in my career. And I would also say it's having positive minded people around me has also helped in building my world and my world of creativity too, because it's very important. The kind of people you surround yourself with is very important in the path you want to follow. Who is my role model? Well, I would not say I have a role model, because to me, having a role model is like designing your own world, building your own world, your whole world around that person. But I would say I have so many people I look up to in different aspects. I have different things I admire in different people. For Omotola Jalade, I like the fact that she has been able to carve a niche for herself. She has been able to climb that ladder, and she still has a good home. Yeah, she has been able to sustain a marital home. That is a positive one for me. So I look up to her in that aspect. For Mercy Aigbe Gentry, she is a great mentor. She was there for me when I started. She was one of the few people who accepted me. She nurtured me. So I look up to her, and she's a diva. So I also look up to her in that aspect. For Mercy Johnson, I love her because she's just so real. Yeah, nobody gives it out like that. She's so real, she's so original in her delivery. You give her this role, she kills it. You give her that role, she kills it. I could remember when she started, a lot of people used to say she was bitchy, because the kind of roles she was being given then were bitchy roles, and she was just very good at it. And now that she's acting street girl role, nobody is saying anything again. They are not saying, oh, how come she knows how to play this role? You see how this life is. So it's just so funny. She's someone I also look up to because she is very good. For Genevieve Naji, I would say I also look up to her because she has been able to climb that ladder without so much scandal, without unnecessary negativity around her. That's a good one for me. And for Funke Akindele, she is fantastic because in her world she's different. She stood for something, and she's someone I would say is full of creativity. At the point she came out with something different, there was nothing like that, and she just felt a lot of people could think, oh, what's she trying to do? But she was able to come out, and people really accepted her. Now she has been able to carve a niche and a name for herself. So I also look, there are a lot of other people like that. So if I go on and on, the list is just endless. Well, in the next 5 to 10 years, man proposes, God implements. But as humans, we set out plans. We have what we dream of. We dream. As humans, we just make efforts. What I want to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years, I hope to be that name that a lot of young people would look up to in the industry. I do not want to be that face that will just be everywhere for no good reason. I want to be that face that when you see, you have something positive to talk about. I would have a positive impact in people's life. Definitely, I would be married by then, with my darling husband and beautiful kids. My most memorable experience in my career, I would say, was when I got the AMVA award. I would say why it's a memorable one for me.
Yeah.
It's a memorable one for me because that platform is the biggest platform for filmmakers in the whole of Africa. And the category in which I was nominated for was a very competitive category, because in that same year we had Taxi Driver. I was nominated my movie was nominated alongside Taxi Driver, which is a blockbuster movie. It was nominated alongside Victims, which is a very good production, which I was also part of the cast. It was nominated alongside Good Movie Soul, and also it was memorable for me because that was my first production, the first movie I ever produced. So it was a big deal for me. And also in that category, I am the youngest person to have gotten that award. So it's very memorable. It's so memorable for me. Yeah, my advice is for you to ask yourself the first basic question: why do you want to go? Why do you want to choose this career? What is your intention? Do you want to be in this industry for the fame? Do you want to be in it for the money? Do you want to be in it for the passion? The sincere truth is, it has to be for the passion. If your reason is negative, the truth is you can never get it right. It's not a curse. I'm sorry if I'm being frank or blunt here, because things could actually work for you at the beginning. It could work for you at some point, but if the intention is not genuine, you will fall out at last. Yeah, so you have to have a passion for the job, because if you are even chasing the money, the truth is you would not even make the money once you start. You can ask the big names that started. They didn't start and they just started making money. They made sacrifice. It was the passion that kept them, because if the passion is not there, there are so many distractions, there are frustrations in the industry. That is the truth. There are people that would even discourage you. There are kill spirits in the industry. There are people that will tell you you cannot do it. There are people that will try to stop you. So it's that passion, that strong will, that will that burning desire that would keep you going. So the passion is very important. It is important for you to have the passion. So once you have the passion, then you need God. You need God to direct your path towards the right way, so that you don't mix with the wrong set of people, so that you will mix with people of like minds, people that would impact in your world positively, not people that would discourage you, people that can mentor you in the right way. And also, you should be open to learning. Nobody knows it all. No one is an island of knowledge. If no matter how trained you are, you have to open yourself up to learning. Even from younger ones, if you could learn, we'll learn from people that are even younger than us. I learn every day. So it's important you don't feel like you know it all. Perseverance, patience, perseverance also works. Perseverance is important because it's not something you will start and you won't see through. You have to set your mind, you have to tell yourself that, okay, irrespective of all the negativity, I am going to make it. So you just have to keep it strong. You have to keep your head up high. that would help you sustain yourself in the industry. Thank you very much. Message to my fans. Oh, thank you very much, lovers of Jumoke Odetola, Binta Fege. I love you so very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your passion for me. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate my craft and my work. God bless you. God bless us. Please keep on loving me. In this world, it's not possible for me to be perfect. So if there is something I'm doing that you do not like, if there is these days, thank God for social media. It's a bridge between us and between us. So you can contact. I appreciate you, ex-native, for this opportunity to grant this beautiful interview. You guys are the best.